All right, so today we're checking out the TST R002. This is a moped style electric bike, and it's, typical 20-inch fat tires. This one here happens to have the mag style rims. Some of you guys say that you prefer the spoke style rims instead. Are you team spoke or team mag wheels? Let me know in the comments. So we got a 7-speed Shimano turning derailleur back here. Plastic chain guards there. The battery is 15 amp hours on this version. It's the cruiser version. The adventure version has a 25 amp hour battery. So this one here has a 65 mile range. The adventure version with the larger battery has the 100 mile range. And on here you can see the little power switch, turn it on and off, the charging port, and then you have a little button here to check the battery charge if you don't want to turn the bike on. Got this nice bicycle seat here, and you have this little extra seat for a person in the back. This is an extra that came with my order. This includes this pad as well as some pegs you put on the frame there for your feet for the second passenger. The frame doesn't look that strong, but it's very strong. It will hold up to 450 pounds, and it is a 72-pound frame, so it can handle quite a bit of weight. The motor back here is 1500 watts peak, so that, and the whole system is 48 volts, so pretty typical for a bike in this price range. Got a nice centered rear suspension here for the rear wheel, and it does smooth out the ride significantly. Plastic fenders, front and rear. Got a nice big headlight here in the front, and here are the 180 millimeter disc rotors. And these do come with hydraulic disc brakes. And here in the handlebar, you got your brake levers, hydraulic disc brakes, of course, disc grips, controls here for pedal assist levels up and down. Also, if you double click these, you get your turn signals right and left, headlight, and then your power button to turn it on and off. And then you got your display here. It's flickering a little bit in this lighting, but it doesn't flicker in real life. Pedal assist level, speed, and odometer. And then you have your Shimano 7-speed shifter here on this side. You also get some front suspension as well, so you can take this off-roading if you'd like. Shouldn't have any issues. I did just go in some grass and stuff, and it was totally fine with the shock absorbers in the rear and in the front. It was a very smooth ride, no problems at all. And yeah, I forgot to mention that the bike does weigh about 72 pounds. All right, so let's go ahead and do a speed test on this. We'll see how fast this can go, and then I'll give you my thoughts on how it rides and my riding experience at the end of the video. All right, going to start the speed test. Not sure if you'll be able to see the speedometer kind of flickers in this camera. And pedal assist level 1. Just going to do throttle only. No pedaling here. And it is speed limited through this pedal assist level. It's about 9 miles an hour. Let's go to level 2. Level 2, we're hitting about 11 miles an hour. Let's go to level 3. 15, 16, 15. It's around 15 miles an hour for level 3. All right, let's go to level 4. Topping out at about 18, 19 miles an hour at level 4. All right, let's go level 5. Then about 22, and then it went back to about 21, 20 miles an hour. It looks like that's where it's maxing out at on throttle only. All right, I'll take it back down to pedal assist level 1, and we're just going to pedal, no throttle. I imagine the speeds are going to be similar. So about 8 miles an hour in level 1, pedaling. Let's go level 2. Hitting about 11 miles an hour, level 2. Let's go level 3. Yeah, again about 15 miles an hour. So it's the same as on throttle only for level 3. Let's go level 4. All right, going to level 4. Big burst of speed. At about 18 miles an hour in level 4 to level 5. Might go faster than 20 on level 5. Yeah, 21. And nope, it's the same. Looks like it went up to 21 and then it backed off. Okay, so the speed test does seem to indicate that this bike is limited to around 20 miles an hour, maybe a little bit more. And I believe that is due to the new regulations where I live. I think it is speed limited by region, and here it's 20 miles an hour. It has to be class 2. I believe a class 3 is still available if you are pedaling. So some, again, these laws are in flux and changing on a regular basis. So apparently they have limited on both throttle and pedal assist to about 20 miles an hour to keep it a class 2 e-bike for the region I'm in. So you may see in some reviews that the speed does go up 28 miles an hour. I believe that's going to be on people that are in different regions where it's allowed to go over that speed. But in terms of the bike power, 1500 watts peak, it's plenty for most situations, even for uphill climbs. I think about 10 degrees, I believe, is what's maxed on this one. So I wouldn't be too concerned about the power. You should have that available to you, and you are able to get up to speed fairly quickly if you're in the higher pedal assist levels. So if you're on throttle and like pedal assist level 4 or 5, you can get up to speed pretty quickly. So I wouldn't be too concerned about the power or the overall speed. But if you're looking for 28, 32 miles an hour, etc., then you may want to check to see which region bike you're going to be getting. Now overall, the comfort level of the bike is pretty nice. It's very comfortable with shocks in the front and for the rear wheel, plus it's fat tires, so I don't have any issues with comfort. The seat's very comfortable as well. The rear passenger seat is pretty tight. I don't really have anyone to test for that. That's why I didn't put the pegs on. The little mini seat back there is probably going to be really for shorter rides. I wouldn't imagine doing long rides in the back there, but the main seat is totally comfortable. No issues there. But in terms of the overall frame construction, build quality, I'd say it's above average. It's pretty well put together. I don't hear any rattles or creaks or anything seeming like it's going to fall apart if I hit a bump or anything like that. Everything sounds really normal, and of course the shock absorbers are doing their job. So just doing a little bit of off-roading here. This is grass. Imagine if it's like dirt. There's no problem going through this kind of material, no problem. Obviously, if you're in a more hilly area, you may want to consider how slippery it is. These knobby wheels should have any problems keeping up, but I have no issue going off-road or off the sidewalks if you're occasionally wanting to do a little bit of off-roading. This bike, of course, like many 20-inch fat tire e-bikes, can handle it no problem. Now again, if you are someone that is concerned about range and 65 miles isn't enough for a single charge, they do have the larger battery 100-mile version, so I would definitely recommend getting that. But yeah, this bike is currently on sale for the Christmas time. I think it's around $800. Check the link in the description. I think the sale is through New Year's or around New Year's, so around the time this video is probably going to be made. So check out the link in the description if you want to check it out. That'll do it for this video, guys. Talk to you guys in the next one.